In a world, guys, where everybody wants to look sexier, nobody wants to age, and everyone wants to be the healthiest versions of themselves. There's so many different workout plans, there's so many different anti-aging creams, there's so many different things that really do not work. Now guys, what if I told you that if you were to do something as simple as eating less food on a consistent basis, this would help do all these things, and it's actually going to do it more effectively than anything else. Actually being in a caloric deficit and eating junk food is going to be 1 billion times better for you than to be in a caloric surplus but only eating clean and healthy foods. So in today's video, guys, I will be breaking down all of the health benefits to being in a consistent caloric deficit. So without further ado, guys, let's get on with the video. What's up, guys? My name is Austin Wayne and welcome back to my YouTube channel. First of all, guys, if you're new to the channel, you know what to do. Please hit that subscribe button. I'm growing an awesome community on this channel. Also, guys, follow me on Instagram at AusWayne with 2 S's. I post some really fire content on that platform as well. Let's go. Now, guys, before we get too deep into the video, I will like to note that I mean a very consistent, just healthy caloric deficit. I'm not promoting any sort of EDs, anything like this. You do not want to actually be starving yourself. You want maybe like 20%, 25% less calories than maintenance. Nothing intense, nothing crazy, just a very healthy caloric deficit. And obviously you still want to be hitting all your macronutrients. We don't want to be cutting out anything. We still want to be eating very, very healthy. So that's going to be the first key, because obviously if you're too unhealthy, these benefits will not even matter in the first place. So the key is actually to strategically be in a slight deficit for the majority of your life to really receive these benefits. Now guys, obviously the number one, the best reason to be in a consistent caloric deficit is going to be for the aesthetics. So the only way, guys, to get lean, to get chiseled, to get that jawline, to get those abs, to get all of these things, guys, is to be in a consistent caloric deficit. This is the only thing that you can ever do. So if you want to be beautiful, if you want to be sculpted just like a Greek statue, this is the only way to actually do it. It does not matter how good your workout program is, how good your diet is. If you're not in a caloric deficit, you will not get the jawline. You will not get the six-pack abs. So no matter how hard you push yourself in the gym, you won't even be able to see the muscles that you've been working so hard for because you cannot diet. Dieting and being in a consistent caloric deficit is going to be key. This is going to be the most important factor to really create these aesthetics. And it's not even about the physique, just your face, guys, like the jawline, those cheekbones. You will look so much sexier just by being lean. It is so crazy. This is why male models, celebrity movie stars, everybody's so lean. Like you see them with the chiseled six packs, guys, and it's from being in that consistent caloric deficit. This is the key to being sexy. This is the key to looking your best 24/7, is to be in that deficit. Up next, guys, is going to be anti-aging. So there are so many different creams, so many different anti-aging routines. And the most powerful thing that you can ever do is actually to be in a caloric deficit for the majority of your life. Now, guys, there is something in the body known as free radicals. Now, pretty much whenever you're in this deficit, what's going to happen is your metabolic rate will actually slow down just a little bit, and this is actually going to reduce the free radicals flowing throughout the body. Now, these free radicals have been known to age you more than anything else. So it's going to be extremely anti-aging. So you will keep your youthful appearance. Now, in addition to this, guys, in addition to this, it's also going to be whenever you have excess body fat, what's going to happen is your face, let's say you have all this fat in your face, it's going to start sagging because your body's carrying more weight than it's actually supposed to. So if you stay lean for the majority of your life, what's going to happen is you will not be getting all these wrinkles, all these sags in your face like the majority of other people, because you're staying at a low body fat percentage. You're hitting your caloric deficit for the majority of your life. So you won't be aging, guys. You're going to age just like Jared Leto. You will look sexy as hell for the majority of your life just by eating less food. That is it. Just by eating less food, you'll be aging 1 billion times better. All right, guys, so now it's all about the health benefits. So they've done so many different studies, specifically with animals. Now, they've done a study, guys, whenever rats are in a consistent caloric deficit, they're restraining their calories, they can potentially live up to 33, up to 50% times longer in some cases. Now, in some cases, guys, with other species, they've also been known to live up to 300% longer just by being in a restriction. So whenever they feed all these animals with all these calories, all this food, what happens is they drop dead. Humans are the exact same. So they've done some studies in correlation with humans, and humans can live anywhere from 5 up to 15 years longer just by being in a deficit for the majority of their life. Once again, we're not talking anything crazy, just a very subtle deficit. Let's say you're in a 300 caloric deficit Monday through Saturday. Then on Sunday, you have a cheat day. This means that about 85% of your life, you are technically in a deficit, guys. So you will be reaping all of these benefits while still getting to enjoy all of your favorite foods and also getting to have that one day of surplus one time per week. Now, guys, take every single major cause of death in the world, especially in the Western civilization. Heart disease, stroke, diabetes, the thing that will not be named, I'm not going to say it, but the number one underlying factor to all of these diseases is having too much body fat. And now, guys, even that thing that will not be named, 90% of the deaths are from people who are overweight or obese. So obviously America, where 80% of people are overweight or obese, these things are such a huge issue. So if everyone were to just practice being in a caloric deficit on a consistent basis, being at a low body fat percentage, the world would not be having all of these issues. So guys, being in a deficit is key to optimizing your health and just to be healthy as long as possible and living as long as possible. You can be 90 years old, guys, looking as young as a 20, 30-year-old just by being in a caloric deficit. It's freaking insane. Now, guys, it's going to also improve your brain function, and also it's going to improve brain fog. Now, they actually did a study, guys, where a couple different people, they would actually adjust their diets and specifically the calories and macronutrients for each person. And now the control study, which was in a consistent caloric deficit of 20 to 30% on a consistent basis, had a 20% improvement on cognitive function whenever the other two control groups stayed the exact same. Now, pretty much the verbal memory was what mostly improved during the study. Now, guys, also from somebody who has consistently been in a deficit for pretty much like 8 years, especially like modeling and stuff, like you have to stay really shredded, guys. But I've noticed a major reduction in brain fog every single time I'm in a deficit. I love it. And overall, guys, the brain function is freaking insane just by being in a caloric deficit. This one's pretty much super simple, guys, but it's going to improve your discipline to the fullest. Now, there's a reason that there's not a lot of beautiful people in the world, a lot of chiseled people who look like Greek gods. And it's because being in a consistent caloric deficit is one of the most difficult things for humans to actually do. Because humans, especially, guys, we lean on food so much as a source of comfort, a source of happiness, when in reality, it is just fuel. So many people lack the actual discipline to remain in a consistent deficit. So if you can actually train yourself to actually build up these positive neural pathways to where being in a consistent deficit is freaking effortless and your protocols are the best. You don't have any eating disorders whatsoever. It's just a very healthy protocol to consistently stay in this deficit, guys. You will be mastering this discipline. Now, obviously, guys, this will pour into all other aspects of your life. You want to start a business? Boom. You have way more discipline than the average person. And even relationships, guys, because relationships require quite a bit of discipline as well. I mean, obviously, just staying loyal, just doing these basic things for a partner, like, it takes a lot of discipline. So discipline is key, guys, and this will help build up your discipline probably more than anything else, probably more than exercising, because dieting and being in a deficit is much, much harder than actually exercising, and it is so freaking awesome. And last but not least, guys, it's going to actually boost your testosterone a little bit. Now, as I have said in the past, pretty much once you're over 15% body fat, and also you're just always stuffing your face full of food, then your body starts pumping out estrogen like crazy. Obviously, estrogen is going to lower your testosterone. Now, the key is to not get too lean. Once you're below 8% body fat, then your testosterone actually starts going down and taking a hit. So if you stay anywhere from 8 to 15% body fat, and so obviously that requires being in a deficit for the majority of the time, guys, then you will see a huge boost in testosterone, especially if you're eating testosterone boosting foods, such as like maca root, really good saturated fats, animal proteins, things like this, guys. This will help boost your testosterone, and also another reason why being in a deficit is so beautiful. Now, guys, that is it for today's video. If anybody watching this happens to need help sticking to your consistent caloric deficit, hit the link in the description box for your free one-on-one consultation with me, Austin Wayne. Now, guys, I'm an online personal trainer, and I've helped hundreds of people create aesthetic, chiseled bodies just like Greek gods. If you want to be next, hit that link in the description box. Now guys, once again, please hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel. Also guys, like this video to push it out into the YouTube algorithm. I love you guys. Goodbye.